Introduction to Environmental Science is a foundational course that explores the interaction between humans and the natural environment. It covers key principles, challenges, and solutions related to the sustainability of ecosystems and the protection of natural resources. Below are detailed notes covering the major themes, concepts, and topics in an introductory course. 1. Definition and scope of environmental science. Environmental science is the interdisciplinary study of how the natural world operates, how humans interact with it, and the effects of human activities on the environment. It draws from various fields like biology, chemistry, geology, ecology, and social sciences to understand environmental challenges and find solutions. 2. Key themes in environmental science. Sustainability. The core principle of sustainability is the need to meet human needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. It emphasizes the sustainable use of natural resources such as air, water, and biodiversity to maintain ecological balance. Human impact on the environment. Human activities such as deforestation, industrialization, and pollution affect ecosystems and cause issues like climate change, species extinction, and habitat loss. Environmental science seeks to minimize these impacts. Interconnectedness. The environment consists of complex interrelated systems where changes in one component, like air pollution, can affect others, such as water quality and biodiversity. 3. Earth systems and resources. Atmosphere, the layer of gases surrounding Earth. Topics include the study of air quality, global warming, and climate change. Hydrosphere encompasses all of Earth's water, including oceans, lakes, rivers, and groundwater. This area looks at water cycles, pollution, and marine ecosystems. Lithosphere refers to Earth's crust, including rocks, soils, and minerals. Important topics here include erosion, land use, and soil degradation. Biosphere, the sum of all ecosystems. It studies the diversity of life, food chains, energy flow, and the role of organisms in ecosystems. Natural resources. This focuses on renewable and non-renewable resources such as water, minerals, fossil fuels, and renewable energy sources, solar, wind, hydroelectric. 4. Ecosystems and ecology. Ecosystems. Complex networks of organisms interacting with each other and their physical environment. Topics include energy flow, producers, consumers, and decomposers, and material cycling, carbon, nitrogen, and water cycles. Biodiversity, the variety of life in all forms, from genes to ecosystems. High biodiversity usually means an ecosystem is more resilient. Environmental science examines the causes and effects of biodiversity loss. Ecological balance, the balance between living organisms and their environment. Disruptions like deforestation or pollution can destabilize ecosystems. 5. Environmental issues and challenges. Pollution, introduction of harmful materials into the environment. It can be in the form of air pollution, for example, greenhouse gases, water pollution, for example, chemical runoff, plastics, and land pollution, for example, waste, soil degradation. Climate change. Long-term changes in temperature and weather patterns primarily due to human activities like burning fossil fuels. This includes topics on global warming, extreme weather events, and sea level rise. Deforestation, the large-scale removal of forests for agriculture, logging, or urbanization. It leads to loss of biodiversity, disruption of water cycles, and increased carbon emissions. Waste management, the growing problem of waste, including plastic pollution, hazardous waste, and how societies manage recycling, landfills, and treatment plants. 6. Environmental ethics and policy. Ethics. Environmental ethics questions the moral relationships between humans and the environment. Should humans exploit natural resources freely, or do they have a responsibility to protect the environment? Policy and law, Environmental science intersects with law and policy to address global and local environmental challenges. Key regulations include the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Paris Climate Agreement. Governments, businesses, and individuals must work together to reduce environmental degradation. 7. Human population and environmental impact. Population growth. Rapid population growth exerts pressure on natural resources, leading to problems like overconsumption, habitat destruction, and increased waste. Urbanization. The migration of people into cities, leading to environmental stress through higher resource consumption, pollution, and the destruction of natural habitats. 8. Renewable energy and sustainability. Energy resources. Environmental science explores the shift from fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, to renewable energy sources, solar, wind, hydropower, and bioenergy. Sustainable development. Development that meets the needs of the present without compromising future generations' ability to meet their own needs. This includes practices in agriculture, water use, and energy consumption. 9. Conservation and restoration ecology. Conservation biology focuses on the protection of species, their habitats, and ecosystems. Conservation strategies include protected areas, national parks, and wildlife corridors. Restoration ecology aims to restore damaged ecosystems to their original state. This can involve reforestation, wetland restoration, or soil reclamation. 10. Solutions to environmental problems. Technological innovations. Advances in technology, such as renewable energy systems, water purification methods, and waste recycling, offer solutions to environmental issues. Community engagement and education. Public awareness and education are key components of addressing environmental challenges. Many environmental solutions rely on local community involvement in conservation, sustainable practices, and policy advocacy. International cooperation. Global issues like climate change and biodiversity loss require international collaboration through treaties, agreements, and global initiatives, for example, the Kyoto Protocol, the Paris Agreement. Key concepts. Ecological footprint, a measure of the impact of human activities in terms of resource use and waste production. Carrying capacity, the maximum population size that an environment can sustain without being degraded. Sustainable practices, methods of using resources that do not deplete them or cause long-term environmental harm.